today we're taking a look at Chanel's newest release, Delices Pastel de Chanel. And I bought 4 products. I got the powder, box looks like this, and I got the ombre, and I got the Baume Essentiel. I don't think I've ever tried any of these iterations, so that will be a new experience. It's the kind of thing that you can use on your lips, on your cheeks, on your eyes. And I got a new Rouge Allure ink. I wish I had a pretty like lilac pair of earrings or necklace to go with this. I do have a pretty lilac ribbon on my shirt around my waist. Maybe that will be my jewelry. I'll just kind of not really. Alright, I've already done my base. I went on with the Sept primer. My second time using it, and I love it. I follow that up with my Givenchy Prism Libre corrector in green because I really wanted to wipe everything out so these light shadows and powders will show up on my skin. And then I finished with the House Labs. This color, definitely not for me. I definitely need to find something else when I get a little darker. The nearest neutral is a darker shade, so I made it work, I think. Little beauty blender, everything's great. So that's how we're starting. I'm thinking we should start with eyes. That's what I usually do, and I'm intrigued. I think I'm going to pull out my Revers. Those are goat, undyed goat, and they'll pick up well, because I'm a little concerned that these may not pick up so incredibly well. Let's do some swatches. First swatch. I haven't looked at these or swatched them or anything. I love that yellow. I love a yellow, but this isn't a vibrant yellow. It's wearable. And lavender or lilac and a peach color. So this one seems to be the deepest color, have the most pigmentation, and we could use that as a liner. Let's get my brushes and get going. I'm going to start with the yellow shade, and this is the Refer 33 brush. And as I'm rubbing in, there's some fallout there, so tap that off. I've already primed my lids, and a little crease right here. And after I primed, I powdered, so it's not a sticky base. And this is a super pretty, this is an inner corner kind of a highlight. It's not really a highlight, but this is delightful. It's like a lemon dream. You know what it reminds me of? Natasha Denona in the Tropic palette had a beautiful yellow. It was hard to work with, but same kind of thing. I like that. I'm just brushing it on. I'm not pressing it on. And it has very nice payoff. Okay, impressed so far. Now, working with pastel colors can be very difficult. Lisa Eldridge has done several. I'm going to post one right here. And I noticed that she doesn't do it in the typical way where people do an outer V. It's more like a puff of color here, and a puff of color here, and a puff of color here that just kind of meld together. So when I look at these, I do think a little bit about what's my darkest shade. Am I going to put my lavender here, or am I going to put it out here? And I'm looking at these two, and they both seem actually like they might be the same depth of tone. This, because my eyes are hazel, would probably set off my eyes better if I put it in the middle. Let's do it differently on each eye. Why not? So I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm putting it over some of that yellow because I'm going to have this color in the center of the lid, and I'm going to bring it up to the brow bone. I'm going in really gently. I feel like I just lifted my eye. Do you see the difference from one to the other? That's kind of cool. I'm not going to do it different on this side because I'm really impressed with the effect I just was able to accomplish there. Wow. I feel like I got an eye lift. yeah, that's so, so, so interesting. Wiping the brush off, and I'm going to go in with this. And this will be the outer third. And I've seen Lisa do it this way too, where it's just 3 colors all the way up. Let me try another brush because that one might not be picking up. Rever 13 and back in with the yellow just to do a teeny bit at the brow bone. Not that it's needed really. It's more of a traditional idea to put something right up here, and I think pastels are best, from what I've seen, when they're not applied in the traditional manner, but just a little bit right up here. Ooh, might be a little too shiny for me. Okay, now I'm perfectly, absolutely fine with this. We're going to come back to the palette and probably do something by the lash line, but I think first I want to see what it would look like if we just do the blush, a soft blush and a soft lip, and then add the liner. I think this might be the kind of look where you don't even need to do mascara, maybe? Now last year they came out with a lip color that was limited edition, but it sold out immediately. I find a lot of their limited editions will stay online for months and months and months. And I have said before, I kind of don't want to do limited edition reviews anymore because I can't use the products after a couple of months. So there were 2 colors of this product, which I've never used this before. It's their highlighter, and it's called Lilac, and thankfully it's not too lilac-y. I'm just curious. I'm going to put some on the lip, although I do have a lip product that is actually made for this. I think it might deaden me out a little bit. Actually, it's pretty. Very, very subtle and comfortable on the lips. You can use this on the eyes. So putting this on the eyes, I'm likely to crease because I've put it. And I think most people will be likely to crease putting this on the lid, but it might make it a little bit more modern. Let's wait until I finish the eyes before we do that. I'm going to try it on the sides of the cheek. Super pretty and subtle. If you have followed me for at least a year, every year I do a pastel look, and every year I do a lilac look, because I think lilac is under available and so interesting. There's so many dimensions, so many, there's something a little bit mysterious, and it can behave and have an effect on one person completely different than another person, but it's the unexpected without being harsh or crazy or goth, you know what I mean? Very, very, very subtle. Now this powder, look how pretty this is. When I saw this powder, I thought, I am going to be buying that. Sorry. They're calling it Fantasie de Chanel. And it's a blush, right? But I've seen one person use it. I haven't watched, I didn't watch any reviews, but I saw someone use it. And my impression is that on some skin tones, this is going to be a highlighter. And on lighter skin tones, it is a blush. On me, I'm not sure which it will be, but a little side story. Yesterday, I used the new Sept foundation, new to me, and it's a little warm for me. And it's the video that will come up after this on Friday, my trying to do Nicole Kidman's Oscar look. And I tried the off-camera, the Grelin Meteorites, that's pink, hoping it would help. It didn't really. And then I put this all over my face, and it helped erase some of that warmness, I think. So I got this package while I was shooting the other video because I thought this package wasn't coming until today, but it came yesterday, so you know, I had to play with it. But this could be lovely for correcting something that is too warm. And I'll try it again in another video just to see if I'm right. But today I just wanted to have an even complexion with the foundation isn't too far off. It's a little far off. So you can see what's going on here. I feel like it's a little bit ombre Let's turn this around. But it's not like, okay, this side has more highlighter and this side has more blush. So you're just going to put your blush in there and pick up what you pick up, your brush in there. And that's what I'm doing, my friends. So the pink is coming up and the highlight's coming up. So that's what we have here. I think it's a blush that is very illuminating, but it's a soft illumination. And I think it could be a highlighter on some people, but probably not me. It's more like a highlighting blush. And, you know, because we're doing something here, I'm going to bring up just a little bit of draping and tap right under the eyes, which is very youthful. And I think a pastel look, totally, it's about innocence and youth and Easter. For me, Easter was always my favorite holiday because for some reason it wasn't as family stressful as Christmas or Thanksgiving, which are like a little crazy town. And of course Easter is about candy. So let's go in with a darker color now. This is the 26 from Rougher, and I'm just going to do some work around the lash line, I think. So while it is the darker color, it's not reading incredibly dark. It'll just help to emphasize the eyes. And I think when you're doing a pastel palette, you just have to commit to that and not bring in a harsh liner. Yeah, that just totally changed the shape of everything, I think. It's pretty. I don't think I want to go under with this color, but I think I will go underneath with the lilac. So I've already powdered my under eyes and I'm just picking up a little bit. It might be indiscernible. Yeah, it's showing up. Just a little something. I'm back. I powdered my face a little bit. I did my brows and I went on with the Charlotte Tilbury mascara in the brownish color, all linked below. I wanted to do something softer than black, which I don't think would be appropriate for this look. So here's the cheeks, there's the highlighter. I have it on my lips as well, and it's on the eyes with a little bit of mascara. Now when I look in this mirror here, I feel like not a lot of payoff for this. If you're looking for something punchy, no. But when I look here, I think it's super pretty and sweet and gentle and playful without being, you know, sometimes when we play with makeup, in the true sense of the word, we'll do a graphic liner or a punchy acid color. This is playful without punching you in the face, and a lot of people might not even notice until they get closer. And then the playfulness kind of comes up, I think, therefore. It's incredibly wearable. However, I do want to go in a little bit more because this is for the sake of a video, right? And we want to really see the colors, how they might work. This is how I would wear it in real life, but I'm just going to go in with some more purple or lilac. It's actually not even all that dramatic because the color is, it's just gentle. So that's a little more of a look. Now, for your lip, I think honestly you could just do this. Or the one that came out last year, a Cocoa Rouge, but this is super, super comfortable. Actually, maybe more comfortable than the Cocoa Rouge, but I do want to do a little bit more just so we can see what's going on. A highlight right here goes a lot towards making you look more alert and awake. And I find a highlight straight down the nose can have a slimming effect without the danger of trying to do a nose contour, which really is super dangerous in real life. It may look good on camera, but in real life, yeeks, it's a little dangerous. Okay, so this is one way to go about it, but I did buy the lip color that they released with this collection, the lip ink. I didn't get the balms because lately I have been doing a lot of those. I got some more Sicily balms and Sicily lip twists. I'm going to be actually doing a video with you know, all my swatches, so next time there's a sale, you can go on that and see what are the colors and what do they look like. But I feel like I've been heavy into that and I didn't want to get any more, so I got the lip ink. This is the color Gourmandise. I could be saying it incorrectly. And I don't know about this. I think this look is so soft that maybe a lighter pink, but I'm going to take this off my lips and we're going to do this. I do like working with these. The doe foot is pinched, so you can be quite exact and don't have to line. So that's a light application where I put some on and shared it with the other lip. It's not full opacity, but it's pretty strong. And gosh, I'm not sure I like it with this look. Now let's do full. It totally changes the look, right? It's not that it's not a pretty color, but I just don't think it's working with what's going on here. Now, that is the final look, but you know, let's put this on top of it. I like it better with this on top of it. And now I'm going to pick some up with my finger and put it on the eyes, as promised. So here's with it on, and here without. And eyes open. And this, unlike the Hourglass I just got and the Victoria Beckham I just got, these are not going to dry down. You're going to feel it on your lids. If that's going to bother you, you're not going to love this idea, this application. But, you know, fun for fun. You could also maybe, instead of putting it on your lids, if that would really bother you, put it up on the brow bone so you don't get your lids kind of not sticking together, because this isn't a sticky formula, but kind of sticking together, even though it's not. I like it. I think it's dreamy and sweet and kind of up my alley for spring, for when I do, every year I just have to do a pastel video and I have to do a lilac video, and I know they can be so hard to wear, but I think this one is really, really wearable. Now I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to pick up this Sonia G. It's a small, I think it's called a booster. All my brushes are listed down below, and I'm going in with this darker color that I used around the lash line, and I'm going to apply it how we would more traditionally apply eyeshadows, instead of the one line this color, one line this color, one line this color, because some of us need that shaping. I know I do, and I'm just curious. So above the lash line, and using it to deepen up. You see, I just pulled out my eye, gave myself a bigger looking eye. It gives the sense that the eye is bigger, where this looks a little bit more round. And I think they did a really good job on these colors, because it is darker. It's not really a pastel color, but it suits the pastel palette. So if you just don't have the adventuresome kind of point of view when it comes to putting on makeup, you really want to keep it in a more traditional layout, you can do that here. Yeah, totally different look now. I like both of them. Alright you guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I really hope it was helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Come say hi. Consider giving the video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm and pushes things out. And until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.